Mission Gathering is a progressive, inclusive Christian church located right here in the heart of North Park. And for the past 11 years, we have been a light to this community, being a place where people who've been hurt by religion, who have been disregarded by their families and their church communities can come and find hope and healing through the radically inclusive gospel of Jesus Christ. And over the past 11 years, we've made a real impact here through our Irenic outreach ministry, through our homeless youth shelter that takes place every Tuesday night, through our Alcoholics Anonymous groups, and through our Sunday morning services, being a place where people can come just as they are and see a different kind of Christianity work out. And so as we're looking towards the future, we're launching a capital campaign called Affirm Foundation to make sure that we can establish a firm financial foundation to keep our campus and continue being the light and witness of Christ to North Park and beyond.
Last year, as many of you know, we refinanced the debt on the church for $1.4 million. We got a 30-year conventional loan from Church Extension, which is an arm of the Disciples of Christ, our parent denomination. It did increase our monthly mortgage payment to $7,600 from the former $4,600, a $3,000 a month increase. That increase has put a financial burden on the church, which has caused us to compromise some ministries that we want to do and have not currently been able to. The capital campaign will allow us to subsidize the monthly payment, freeing up cash to put toward ministries that we want and need to do, and also allow us to build a reserve so that in 2 to 3 years we can pay down the debt substantially, refinance the loan, giving us a more reasonable and sustainable monthly payment.
If we were able to raise $600,000 over 3 years, we would be able to reduce our debt by $511,000. This would also save us $462,286 in interest. For every $10,000 donation, we're going to save around $8,000 in interest.
I think as a community, especially as we move towards inclusion and social justice, we get this impression that the battle is already won, and the battle is not won. One of the most incredible things we have going here at Mission Gathering is that we're in a place that reaches out to the people of our actual community, the diversity in every way, as far as orientation, as far as race, as far as age. We are strategically placed in an area where we can serve the people and the missions that are important to us and to who we are.
I've been a part of this ministry for over a decade. We have been 3 locations in North Park, and this building we're in right now is our first permanent home here in North Park. And this building alone has seen so many people come and be welcomed. And our catchphrase, "Welcome Home," has been so important because for so many of us, myself included, that is what I felt from the first day I attended. I look forward to see what God's going to do and touch people's hearts, not just in our community, but outside of our community.
So Jesus said, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was thirsty, you gave me drink. When I was sick, you came and took care of me. When I was cold, you clothed me. These are the things that Mission Gathering, we've always done as a congregation. So by getting rid of that mortgage, we're able to focus on individuals' growth. We're able to build community. We're able to be much more present and make Mission Gathering really that beacon of light on that hill.
I've been attending this church for about a year, and just the relationships I've built has just transformed my life and my spiritual development. The capital campaign, there's just an opportunity that we can help the youth out in this ministry. And I know it will be so important to be able to pour, the right amount of funds into them so that they can grow.
is so impacting for me to be able to be a part of this movement of grace. And that's something that our founding pastor talks about all the time, that we are a movement of grace, and that we are giving a message to people who have never received that, but want that connection to God, want that connection to each other. And that's why this capital campaign is so important, so we can continue the work of letting people know that God finds them lovable and worthy and wants to use them to connect.
So as we move forward, I want to invite you first and foremost to pray this bold and sacrificial prayer every day for the next 30 days. Pray these words and see what God does. First, say, "Dear Lord, what would you do through me to accomplish your vision for Mission Gathering?" And secondly, pray for God to help you discern a sacrificial gift that would be meaningful and joyful both to God and to you. I believe if we together as a community pray this prayer every day for the next 30 days, that we will see the Spirit of God move in our own hearts and lives and in our community in a way that we can't even imagine. God is doing something at Mission Gathering, and I believe as we lean in to establish a firm foundation for generations to come, we are going to see God multiply, God show up in ways that we can't even imagine, and do exceedingly more than we could ever expect. So thank you so much, Mission Gathering, for being a part of this thing that God is doing here, and for engaging in this Firm Foundation Capital campaign. God is up to amazing things, and I am so excited to see where God takes us as a community over the next few months.